Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you. My name is Sunami Thalampan. I work at Thammasat Business School, Thammasat University, Thailand. Today, I'm talking about the cultural influence towards entrepreneurship, market orientation, and performance of the elderly care business in Thailand. This presentation has 5 parts. First, I'm talking about introduction. Second, objective. Third, we will look at scope of this research. First, I'm talking about theoretical underpinning hypothesis development and methodology and this model. And finally, I'm talking about conclusion for this research. I will spend time about 15 minutes. If you have any question, please wait until the end of my presentation. I would like to start by talking about introduction. Has seen a rapid increase in number of the elderly population in the country, both in terms of the number and the ratio to the total country population. Projection from the Office for National Statistics in 2017 show that the population is over 60 years in the years 2020 has reached a high number as of 10.8 million people. And counting for 15.3% of the country population, that means Thailand is becoming an aging society, in which the term aging society defined as a country with a population is over 60 years old, account for 10% of the country population. However, it is believed that the country will soon be facing population aging situation, which represent an increase of the population is over 65 years. That exists 7% of total population in the city. Today, elderly care business is a business that tends to expand, resulting in more service business opportunity, especially village business that serve the elderly in various forms, such as elderly caregiver business at home, pig and dog service in travel and medical checkup. It is carrying on behalf of family members who has busy and have rigorous workload, creating a service quality business to meet an increasing demand of domestic elderly, as well as international population who travel from abroad to use more service and residing in Thailand, including senior caregivers who work abroad. Therefore, for an entrepreneur to have a successful elderly care business, knowing and understanding to meet the true need of the target market by focus on the quality of service staff and manage service business efficiency. Currently, there are very few entrepreneurs in the elderly service business, and there is some limitation in some group of business providers. One of the reasons is barrier problem. For instance, lack of quality human resources who are specialists in the elderly care. Innovation and service management do lack clear guidelines for conducting the business. Therefore, the operation of the elderly care business chooses up the same standard by having medical personnel who run the business as the executive position or having a relevant business experience so that users are taking care of property. Some enterprises were found to have different problems which need to be here like lack of knowledge in business management and marketing, lack of healthcare service strategy, lack of applying and integrate marketing communication strategy that is consistent with consumer behavior in the current market. Marketing communication program enable to list marketing communication with customer more efficiently and effectively. Regarding that reason and social necessity, it has opened the opportunity for the agriculture business and the relevant market. It's become a good choice for many families who don't have time to take care of the elderly in the future. For above phenomenon, this research aims to study the influence of entrepreneurship, market organization, and performance of elderly care business in Thailand. Due to the elderly care business plays an important role in supporting aging society, so it is necessary to upgrade the quality of service and standard to support the increasing number of the elderly to be able to access to this service, as well as enhancing global competitiveness. Next, we will talk about objective in this research. First, to study the review of opinion towards entrepreneurship, market orientation, and performance of the elderly care business in Thailand. And second, objective is the study the cultural influence towards entrepreneurship, market orientation, and performance of the elderly care business in Thailand. Now we will move on to scope of this research. The elderly care business contact to entrepreneurship, market orientation, and performance. For research method, in this research, the researcher has designed qualitative research by using a service research approach. It is a research developed by gathering and collecting data on the basis of relevant literature review as well as developing a conceptual framework from relate theory. This quantitative research when were defining research problem, deciding research question, developing standard evaluation from literature review. Distribution of questionnaire processing descriptive statistics in accordance with the structure equation model. Then discussing and summarize the result, hence is clearly seen the quantitative research is a statistical presentation of data for every study issue that can be analyzed the relation of the difference presentation in number. The method of data collection was done by using a questionnaire, which was the primary data. Sampling method was used again, the advantage of covering the target research population. This method provides effective and accurate result despite its high cost. The concept framework and this research hypothesis. We have three hypotheses. First hypothesis, entrepreneurship has a direct influence on market orientation. Second hypothesis, entrepreneurship has a direct influence on performance. And third hypothesis, market orientation has a direct influence on performance. Simple sign in this method, total populations about 385 respondents. We have sample size in this research at least 240 respondents. Second proof of this research was entrepreneur or business exclusive of elderly care business in Thailand with the company registration of 240 respondents. The sample proof was allocated by the professional stratified random sampling. Finally, I would like to discuss about the conclusions based on the result of relevant literature review on entrepreneurship, market organization, and performance of early care business. In order to have good organization and efficient performance, as well as gain competition advantage, entrepreneur or executive must have an understanding of entrepreneurship and market organization process. This will affect the good performance of the currently elderly care business. Conducting business is the uncertain business environment and among current fierce competitive conditions successfully. Have an effective performance and competitive advantage over the competitors are not easy tasks for the elderly care business operator. In addition, the COVID-19 situation and economic conditions has changed customer behavior. Therefore, extending this project from the private sector in the form of existing housing development can help solving the problem at the root cause, which is supported by the government, including budget, policy, law, with cooperation from private sector and the community in providing service and technology. Promoting saving to prepare before entering into the elderly will help to elderly housing management in Thailand to have a sustainable development in the future for enhancing competitiveness and improving performance of the study of the causation influence towards entrepreneurship, market orientation, and performance of the elderly care business in Thailand. In addition, this result of the study can be used in planning or formulating the operation strategy of organization. Now, finish of my presentation. Thank you so much for listening.